What is wrong with your hand? Let me see this hand.
What happened to my hand? Kidnapper shooting me with my brother, and even my brother was left now. He was shooting of kidnapping.
Your brother was killed?
Yes, sir.
When did this happen?
Since last month, December. That is this 24th.
December.
Yes, sir.
Your brother was killed.
Was killing.
December 24th,
yes,
2024. Wow. And so, since your brother was killed, you people came to this place?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Since then, have they been attacking you again?
Yes, even attack you yesterday in our place.
In Liberia?
Yes, sir.
How many people were killed?
They killed one yesterday. One person they are killing yesterday.
Okay. Now, all this while they have been attacking, how many people have they kidnapped?
Now in their bush, there are a lot of people. They will reach like 15 people now in their hand now.
Okay. And what are they saying?
They are asking for money.
As the world starts to awaken to the barbaric treatment of certain Christian communities in Nigeria, survivors of the systematic kidnapping and ethnic cleansing by radical groups are starting to speak out. Mike Odeh James, a correspondent for Truth Nigeria, is here with the breaking details. Mike, what can you tell us about this ethnic cleansing?
Thanks, Raj. Ethnic cleansing actually is a form of trying to, eradicate systematically certain tribes, and I'm relative to Nigeria, certain tribes in Nigeria who are not Muslims, who are not Hausas, they are not Fulanis, but they are indigenous, especially to northern Nigeria. And they are being systematically eradicated by both Boko Haram, that is Islamic jihadists, and Saru, ISWAP, then the Fulani ethnic militia. Now, this ethnic cleansing comes in form of violence against the Christians in the north and beyond the north. It also comes in form of kidnapping for ransom. Anytime they kidnap, they will also kill, and they will ask for millions of Nigerian currency, which those farmers may not have, which they do not have, and they will end up selling their lands, their properties. If they have motorcycles, they sell them off, and then they are years, about 30 years setback, and then they have nowhere to go. Again, this form of ethnic cleansing comes in form of even the refusal of the security agencies to go after these terrorists. They will come always late. They come late at night, and they come late. I mean, when the events happen, when there's a report of an attack on a community, you call them. They come maybe 2 hours late when these terrorists have done their job, and they are off. I will also commend the military. They're doing something good, but they always come in late.
So, Mike, I know you have personally ran into survivors of this, systematic kidnapping who escaped some of these camps. And honestly, when I was hearing you explain what's happening in these camps, I haven't seen a report about this anywhere in the world. So can you tell us what those survivors told you is happening?
First of all, I will have to react to a little bit of what you said. You have not seen those reports because the media do not want to report them. The government do not want to see them, and even the world, America, also is refusing to acknowledge that. But thank God for one Mr. George Sword, who came in and saw it, and then he came with his team equipping the persecuted, and they helped to expose these things. Now I'm going to tell you what is happening in those camps, like you wanted me to. These people, the Christians who are being kidnapped, are subjected to dehumanizing condition. Only the types that are found in camps that were operated by Nazis in the 30s and in the 40s. I'm serious. I've seen photos, I've seen the reenactment of the Nazi camps. When you see the people that came out of the terror camps in Nigeria operated by the Fulanis, you will be unhappy. These people, sometimes they are raped, they are gang raped, especially the younger ladies. They are raped. The men are flogged with iron bars. They are chained to their hands, to their legs, and every day they are being flogged. And if you're unlucky, you're unlucky. If one is unlucky, he and his wife is being captured, kept in that place. They will subject the wife to raping every now and then. Before they have sexual intercourse with her, they wake the husband and say, you look at it. And if it is a woman, if the woman is taken, and the husband is far away, they will put it on video, they'll put it on record. I mean, they'll call the man put on the set, and then start raping the woman so that the man can hear the cry. And they do the same to the male victims. They flog them and flog them, and then they say, cry more so that your people can know that, yeah, you are suffering. And they don't eat. Some of them say they eat once in 2 weeks. If you look at the latest victim we were speaking to, if you have the picture up, she had a kind of something very tiny, something like an eggplant, and she said, Mike, this is what we eat in 3 days. We're able to go and get them from somewhere, and we eat them once in 3 days if we are lucky. And a lot of some of them that have ailments like diabetes, asthma, they die. And some of the victims, like one of the girls that I was speaking to, she said, "Look, we were asked to pack corpses of Christians that were slaughtered. I packed almost 20 and go and dump them in the river." The other woman that spoke to me in the native language called Hausa, she said, "I have packed a lot of dead bodies, I and the other prisoners or the other captives, and went and dumped them." So it's a horror camp. You don't shift, you don't move, there is nothing you can do.
This isn't a war where there's casualties. This sounds a lot like, concentration camps. And
Raj, we are at war. It's a concentration camp. We are at war. Just last week in Benue alone, over 150 people were killed. In Jos alone, over 200 people were killed, and they are still killing. That count is even more than what is happening in what's happening in Ukraine. The Russians do not kill so much in Ukraine like they are killing in Nigeria. The Israelis that they are bombing, that's been bombed, the Israeli bombing bombing the Palestinians, and people are shouting. I don't see the counts that Israelis has killed 20, but in a day, the Fulani terrorists kill more than 20 in Nigeria. In a day, the death toll can rise up to 300 or 150 and so on when you keep on counting. So we are at war, whether you want it or not. The military has been deployed to over 31 states out of Nigeria's 35 states. We are at war. And the camps they are operating, these people are doing it deliberately to kill, to torture, to exterminate the people who are living in their own lands. They are doing that. So what we are having is horror. I have also spoken to a lot of these captives who just got released. They said, yeah, the bandits, the Fulani terrorists told them that this is religious war. We are killing you people because we want you to die. You are not our religion. We want you to go. This is war.
it wasn't too long ago, a few days ago, that another several dozen people were killed by Boko Haram, not too far from you, correct?
Well, the Boko Haram is in the northwest, northeast, around the Lake Chad area. I am virtually in the central area, but whatsoever happens in the whole of Nigeria reverberates. Boko Haram was actually set up by whoever it is to cleanse the country of Christians. When they say Boko Haram, that means Western education is haram. Haram in Islam means forbidden, and it should be exterminated. And that is where it concerns you people, the Americans. You think when they are done with killing the Nigerian Christians, they are going to leave the Americans? No. Remember the shoe bomber, the December shoe bomber, is it, that came in from, that wanted to bomb an American airline? By the time they are done with us, we'll have millions of radicalized people who wants to get to the American interest. Now, Nigeria is a country of about over 200 million. Imagine if they are able to plunge Nigeria into crisis like Somalia. You are going to be having a lot of terrorists that is going to move into Cameroon. They are going to move into Ghana. They are going to move into Niger Republic. And what will they be doing? bombing American interest, kidnapping American citizens, kidnapping the West. So it's not only the Christians that this is going to affect, it's going to affect Western interest, the Americans, the French, and that is it.
So Mike, is there any organizations that my friend here who's watching can participate with? Is there any way that people can help combat this insanity?
Yeah, number one, you can always you can always talk to equipping the persecuted. And that is why I thank God for this man. He's called George Sword. He is the owner of Equipping the Persecuted. And anytime I go and I see victims and I speak to them, he's always on time. He'll call me, Mike, do these guys need assistance? Are they hungry? I can give scholarship. I can do a lot of things. Let me help them out. Let me take care of their medical bills. Mind you, he does not pay ransom. He only watches and then he tries to help. Equippingthepersecuted.org, www.org, Equipping the Persecuted. The man's name is George Sword. He is the only good thing that God has blessed Nigerian Christians with. He's up and doing. So you can always check on him. And I work for Truth Nigeria. Truth Nigeria is to, you can see as the name is to bring out the truth which other media organizations don't want to bring. So you may want to check out Equipping the Persecuted is dedicated to Nigerians. Meanwhile, Raj, it's not also, I want you to come to Nigeria. Nigeria is blessed with, you're laughing, please come. You will not be kidnapped. You won't be kidnapped. I'm serious. You won't. Don't come. Let me tell you, 120 million Nigerian Christians in the Middle Belt, in the North, in the South. You come and see how they pray, how they worship, how in spite of the pains they are going through, in spite of the anger, in spite of the terror they have to endure, in spite of the neglect by the government, in spite of the fact they feel abandoned.
I would love to come. I'm being serious, my brother. I would love to
All right.
come and be a part of that because I feel like where the persecution is the most, God usually shines all the more brighter. And hearing the stories from you, brother, it's inspiring in spite of this absolute madness that the Christian community in Nigeria is facing. That there can be such electric worship and praise of Yeshua. It's inspiring. So Mike, we'll have to have you back on again to keep us updated. But for now, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm grateful.